It's been a little while. Apologize on the delay on the videos, but wanted to give a little intro for what this video is about. Finally got out mountain goat scouting. Started off with approaching part of the unit, and before I get to that, I guess let me get to the shooting a little bit of broadheads into the routine now. So arrows are grouping pretty good. I just shot at 50 there, and let me show you right here. That is on the spot at 50, and that is, let's see here, let me show you. It's an iron will S100. So a couple things. I've been shooting the iron wills and the dead meats. Shot the dead meats for a couple seasons now. Really like those from an expandable standpoint. The iron wills last year, I shot some. I had one in the quiver. Wasn't able to put one into an elk like I wanted to, but the biggest thing I've been realizing here shooting them again over the last week and a half or so is that the wind is where things get a little bit tricky. Right now it's calm morning, no wind. Like I said, that was a 50-yard shot on the dot. I've been shooting these broadheads out to 80, and again, when the wind is very, very calm, they're within 2 to 3 inches of the spot out to 80. I haven't shot them past that yet. However, when the wind picks up a touch, I'll notice the dead meat and the ballistic tip that the dead meat comes with. So I've been shooting an actual broadhead and the ballistic point. The influence of drift is about half of what the iron wheel is. Now, I'm not knocking the iron wheel at all. It's just that additional surface area on the front of the blade or on the broadhead. I'm really impressed with these S100s as far as the flight standpoint. So like I said, to get them to group out to 80 and everything else, fill points, broadheads, expandables. My goal with my broadheads is always to have my broadheads impact the same as my fill points, and I'm achieving that in good conditions, understanding the wind. Now, if you follow any of our alpha way process or the shoot or don't shoot book, you know that element portion of the DEA method is where that comes into play. So understanding the terrain, the hunt, I do carry 2 different broadheads in my quiver, and one of those being the dead meat, usually if the conditions are not ideal, and not necessarily just for the long range shot, but those do lend themselves a little bit better on the crosswind on those longer shots. So anyway, getting back to the video at hand, mountain goat scouting. Started on the eastern side of the unit, glassed up some, went down the southern side of the unit, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the clips here as we're going in. Accessed from a couple of different spots, hiked up in a couple of different spots. We're able to get up to about 12.3, I believe it was 12.3, 12.4, and glass up into some drainages and spot some goats. You know, from a distance it was really tough to see exactly because where we actually glassed from is pretty far, but the scouting thus far has been really good. Being our first trip in, I'm gonna end up going in again here within a week and a half to 2 weeks and approaching more of the northern and the western side of that unit, and just looking at access points, looking at vantage points, continuing to break down the unit as I can, and just get a really good feeling for where I want to start once season starts. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and clip to some of the footage here. A little bit shaky on some of the spotting scope footage. Again, I forgot my phone scope mount. I was just kind of freehanding the phone, but fun weekend. Learned a lot about the unit already. Feel very, very confident about what's there, and excited. Like I said, this is part of where I'm at right now with the with the shooting, with the scouting, like I said, not as far along as I'd like to be, but still, I'm feeling good, feeling confident, and excited for what's to come. As the plane flies overhead. So anyway, I'm going to continue to play. Like I said, right now, that S100, assuming good ideal conditions, is money out to 80. This is something that, again, if you understand our process, I'm not condoning every shot situation within your last third of your effective range. It's something you really need to understand, and that's part of the reason why I like to play with a couple different style of broadheads, assuming they fly well, is understanding your effective range in that last third, and the approved shots in that last third are very critical to being successful, in my opinion. So I'm going to keep plugging away, and hopefully it doesn't take as long to bring another video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys all soon. Get up.